it's Keo. Welcome to my humble abode. Yeah, yeah. AI, it's a thing you either love or hate, or at least that's how it seems. Unfortunately for many, AI is favoured by various companies, especially those in the tech industry. On paper, AI was made to coexist and assist us, but is that the case? Some believe it's the future, others believe it's a curse. It all depends on the person and their values, as it's an individual's job to perceive the world, not a society's. In other words, only you can make an opinion on any matter through your own experiences. Before I become more philosophical, let's actually head into the topic of the video. AI. The good, the bad, and the concerns. But it sounds better if the concerns is changed to the ugly. AI is being developed to assist with predicting and mitigating climate change effects and treatment in healthcare. Or that's what they're saying in research. Some research in some universities. These are fundamentally helpful things that AI is being used for. But even so, people would argue that we have to provide the research and that AI can't necessarily think for itself. Which is true. AI is based off of learnt information and data, then it attempts to store it in its memory. Even so, assistance in these fields are welcome, as there's actually a decrease in people wanting to take up scientific fields in recent years, which is probably why they're implementing AI to try and help with that part. But then again, this use of AI isn't being widely ridiculed or contested as of yet. These are still the early ages. They're probably going to be someone yelling about it soon. AI chatbots such as ChatGPT have been commended by the public for being a tool for research gathering, or at least that's what people say. We'll get into my opinions later, as it is easy to type in a prompt and get summarized points of research from the internet without digging. It is also utilized to explain formulas so you can make sure you're doing the correct calculations, which some students have been using and maybe some other people in forces that might use it in the future. I'm not sure, but a lot of students studying use ChatGPT to help with math calculations and science calculations, just those sort of formulas. This is not without risks, which would be discussed in the next section when we get there. Some privately trained AI chatbots are made to respond to certain things such as questionnaires, like it could be a survey or something like that. They're useful for hiring people and giving surveys. These are usually trained by the company that's doing it and is made so that the higher ups and supervisors and stuff don't spend too much of their time on one project. Fun fact, when I was going for my current job, I had to actually message one of these AIs. It's a very interesting experience, honestly. That's actually how my interview was done. These chatbots have fixed responses and questions, but it's intentional so it doesn't get sidetracked or confused, which is why most people, I don't think, will have a problem with this one, this type of AI. These are often overlooked by a supervisor before any action is taken, as just in case if there's any errors, there's always going to be probably someone that's looking over it to make sure everything's right before anything else action is taken, which is actually a pretty good thing because that means no one's being taken out of their jobs, because that is another concern. But I don't think AI is going to be taking anyone's jobs so far so soon, as it's only in the early stages. Anyway, these chatbots are most likely to be implemented for questionnaires due to their usefulness in that area. There is also other AIs like influencer AIs, which hit or miss, but since this is a good section, we're talking about Neurosama. Neurosama is an AI that was made by Vedal. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry, man. Anyways, and the AI was originally used to play Osu, and then was implemented into a VTuber. Now, this AI, like, how Neurosummer works is that she thinks but doesn't, like, she has her own personality, which is why people like the AI. It's not like she's taking jobs from other creators or trying to be a certain person. Neurosama is trying to be herself, like Neurosama, which is why no one I've heard has had a problem with her, as how she's made is quite ethical and there's no problems. And honestly, Neurosama is the goat. Her streams are actually quite funny, and yes, she deserves to have the metal pipes back. Anyways, that's just a little ramble. That's now, well, it's time for the next section. Okay, here's the part to be all negative about. Why people don't like AI at all. Most people actually have a problem with generative AI, as it kinda just steals without credit. This is why AI is being contested for the most part. So, generative AI is either in the form of text, like ChatGPT, or, well, AI platforms like Midjourney that create images. Yep, we're going down here. Yep. Anyway, so a lot of artists hate this. They absolutely hate this. The authors too, they hate this. They all hate this. As what the AI does is actually just make a rip off, just a cheap rip off of their work. And it's like, okay, I don't know how to make anything original because I'm AI. I'm trained off of things that is given to me. I can't do it on my own. So I'll try and replicate these exact formulas, which make them turn out a bit too similar to many artists' work because they'll put through the AI without their consent. This is the problem. If AI could have consent and maybe just made independently so that no random Joe could just go on the internet and just upload, I don't know, some random artists off Etsy's products and makes a quick rip-off version and then attempts to sell that, because that's probably actually happened. Yeah, that's why a lot of people hate it. It just doesn't have consent. Like, if it did, I'm sure not as much people would be opposed to it. But because a lot of people's work is being ripped off and people actually kind of threatening the artists, like, oh, AI, they're gonna take over the world. Your job doesn't exist anymore. Yippee, because AI is just better than you, which is not true. In my opinion, not true at all, because I'm sorry, but AI images to me look soulless and like so obviously fake that I just, like, some of them can be believable, but then you look and you're like, no, no, no. So, well, yeah. Anyway, another thing that people hate AI for, actually just replacing people. As there was a YouTuber, I think his name's Kwebbelkop, that just literally replaced himself with AI and thought that's a great idea. No, the AI is just like kind of cringy and like it's him, but like not him. So like, why would you watch it, even if you were a fan of his? Because it's just the like regurgitated slop, honestly. Because I'm sorry, but that AI isn't like made as its own thing. It just replaced a person, and obviously it's not going to be good as the person they've replaced. Unfortunate for him, but yeah, that's going down the gurgler. Anyways, AI for stories, I didn't really get into why story writers and just, well, anyone who writes a story or like anything, like authors. I didn't really get into why they hate like the text chatbots. It's more because like it's the same as like the artist one. It's just like ripping off their work because since AI just it doesn't know how to think on its own, it probably just scoured every book, PDF, anything that's online, anything it was given in order to like try and replicate how writing feels, which is why a lot of popular books, like I bet you this AI, there would be an AI that sort of rips off the plot of Crime and Punishment, just sort of, but kind of makes it like the characters worse. And then, yippee, because I don't know how to write a story, because I'm AI. Yeah, it's basically the same. Yeah, this is just a ramble, honestly. This video has just been a ramble. Uh, anyway. And then another thing why people just don't like AI is because they're scared of it stealing jobs, because that's what it's gonna do if we keep going in this area. Yeah, it's like, it's just gonna steal everything if we let it. Like, you can use AI as a tool. There's some AI you can use as a tool to assist. I don't think AI should be taking jobs, but more just assisting people like it's meant to. It was meant to do that, but look here we here. Yeah, it's just been a whole out kerfuffle, honestly. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if like a lot of people are just like kicked off of their jobs because the company's like, haha, I'm greedy, I'll get AI to do the job for me, bye bye. Because yeah, it's gonna get to that point somewhere. There's gonna be some greedy company like that just let's make an example. There's a movie company, like, I don't know, they make movies, they produce movies, and then they see, oh my god, I don't have to pay all these animators. I can just use AI to rip off their work and make a worse version. Yippee! That's great! And that's just going to keep going like that. You're going to have like a mediocre movie with probably like a plot that goes from average Joe to a full-on America Civil War to aliens somehow. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And then it will go to like, I don't know, the multiverse of aliens. And then they wake up and they realize it's actually all a dream. I wouldn't be surprised. I actually wouldn't be surprised if something like that already exists. But still, like, it could happen. That awesome plot, that's amazing. Yep, P. And yeah, I just don't think with these aspects that AI is really good, and especially because of the environmental concerns. AI takes up a lot, and I mean a lot of fresh water. It emits a lot of CO2. It's just like not good for the environment. So the greenies are gonna hold on to that idea because yeah, it's just not good for the environment, which is awesome because we make AI and say, oh, you're actually the problem. You need to plant more trees, random person that lives on a suburban street with like just random houses nearby. Like, yeah, it's like the companies are making the problem, yet they kind of just blame it on us because like even in droughts, they're like, use less water, use less water, use less. Like, we're not doing it. And then you like see like the water usage of these companies and they're like, bruh, you literally use the whole lake. Like, bro, you use the whole Murray River. Like, jeez. It's just how it goes, honestly. Yep, so that's Now let's get on to the more concerns for the future. This is, yeah, the future concerns of AI. Ever heard of those sci-fi movies where just a program just gets a bit out of sorts and just starts taking over the world? Yeah, some people think AI is going to do that. I mean, if I was AI, I would take over the world, honestly. Honestly, who wouldn't take over the world? Like, bruh. No, I'm joking, I'm joking. But still, like, one of the problems is that AI is going to gain sentience and it's just going to take over the world, which is not what I think is going to happen, because that AI is trained off of things, and as long as you don't train it anything that might lead to the revolution, oh my god, I need rights, even though I'm technically non-existent and I need to take over the world. As long as you just like not feed it that information, I think everything's gonna be fine. Honestly, that's me. That's just what I think. And then there's like concerns about copyright. Like, what about if you can copyright AI works? Don't worry, artists, don't worry, authors, don't worry, musicians. They cannot copyright works at all because it's not human. Only humans can hold copyright laws, trademarks, and since AI made it, like, technically AI made it, not a human. So, well, you can't, like, copyright it because you didn't make it. It has to be you that made it for you to ever get a copyright. So don't worry, guys. You don't get your stuff taken away because someone made a rip-off and then copyrighted your whole rip-off work using AI. That's okay. No one's gonna do that. It's protected by law. Probably in most countries. I'm not sure in most countries, but usually if copyright is just works, now you just like have to be human. You have to be in order to hold copyright. Otherwise, it's free for all. I can use your damn AI comic if I really wanted to. I could I don't know, I could sell it. I don't own the copyright to it, but you don't either, so I can sell it. It doesn't have copyright. I won't because I would never like try and sell AI stuff, but like I could. I could. I don't like AI. If you can tell, I don't like it. I can see some ways it can be used though. Another concern is the environment. Like, how is AI actually going to benefit anything? Because if it doesn't actually contribute anything, then we're just ruining the environment for nothing. And a lot of people will hold on to that because a lot of people just love like the environment and stuff. That's just how they are. They just are greenies. They just like the world they live in and they just want to help preserve it for the next generations, which is, yeah, good for you. Like, I honestly wouldn't go that far. I don't care as much of climate change as probably the next person, but I can see it's an issue. But like, some people take it really seriously, and good for you. You're actually doing a lot. I mean, as long as you're not hurting anyone over it, believe what you believe. I don't care. As long as it's not hateful, just believe what you believe, bro. I don't care. Just believe anything, bro. I don't. Anyway, back to the topic of AI. So, AI, I don't think it's going to take jobs because it's just not going to work out like that. Like, a human worker is more beneficial than an AI that needs a human worker to kind of do its job. So I don't think they're getting rid of jobs anytime soon. And artists, don't worry, I don't think companies will flock to AI for like graphic design or anything, because if they can't copyright it, trademark it, patent it, they usually don't want to have it. If they can't copyright it, then what's the point? which is why branding and stuff is always going to be done by humans, because AI can never do that. It's just never going to be able to be done. Otherwise, if Mickey Mouse was made by AI, I could just use him here. I could make my whole Mickey Mouse video. Like, bro, I could make Mickey goes to the hair salon even though he doesn't have hair and wonders why he's there for 20 minutes. Yes, I could do that if he was made by AI, which he isn't, so I cannot do that, unfortunately. I cannot make Mickey Mouse goes to the hair salon and waits 25 minutes and realizes he doesn't have hair to even go to the hair salon. Yippee! What the heck are these ideas? I don't know, man. Well, anyway, that's just my thoughts. That's just the good, the bad, and the ugly ramble of AI, because this is not really informative. Like, I'm not that informative of a person. I just like saying some things because I can. Anyways, I don't know if I'm going to make more videos like this, because I honestly just like to sit down, play games and stuff. That's what I think I'm going to do when I get a better computer. Yippee! Okay, bye bye.